Today we how to everything Epcot. Stay tuned. Hola, hello, ni hao, alo, ciao, konnichiwa, mohabin, bonjour, hello, and good day, how tooligans. Today we will dive into a few tips and tricks to help maximize your day at Epcot. I'll be discussing the must-see attractions by age group, how the Fastpasses work, and where to eat at Epcot. Let me level with you first though. If you are enjoying my channel, please do subscribe and hit the bell for notifications when I post new content. Also, do comment below and let me know if you have any Epcot questions or how your planning is going. Epcot is kind of a funny name, isn't it? Well, it's an acronym. It stands for the Experimental Prototype Community or City of Tomorrow. It opened its doors on October 1st, 1982. Yay, the 80s! This is the second build of the Disney World theme parks, and it's meant to be a celebration of mankind's achievements. It's also my personal favorite. It's a total of 300 acres, making it almost 3 times the size of Magic Kingdom. So much walking. Okay, let's break it down into 3 topics with a bonus challenge that you can do at Epcot. Rocking the worlds of Epcot. Number 1, must-see attractions for every age group. I'm going to be putting these up here so you can see them too. Number 1, Frozen Ever After. This boat ride will appeal the most to itty bitties because it's got really recognizable characters. And it's the most Magic Kingdom-like. It can be a little dark at some points, but it is not at all scary. There is one small part where the boat does drop a little bit and goes backwards, which is kind of fun. Number 2, The Seas with Nemo and Friends. Another ride that makes Epcot worth a visit for kids this age range. You ride in a clamshell while trying to find Nemo. It's really cute and not scary unless the sharks from the movie frighten your kids. The best part is the end where the Finding Nemo characters are projected onto an actual wall of the aquarium tank. When exiting the ride, you are in the aquarium of the Living Seas building. There are a lot of aquarium viewing opportunities and 2 attractions that are there that make it on my list. But next, number 3, Grand Fiesta Tour starring the Three Caballeros. This is a really cute one. The Three Caballeros film came out in 1944 and it was part of a series that was meant to promote tourism in Latin American countries. If you've never seen it, I'll give you the gist. Donald Duck receives a collection of birthday presents from his Latin American friends, which serves as kind of a segue between the shorts that make up the movie. Donald meets several Latin American stars along the way, as well as Jose Carioca, a cigar-smoking green parrot that represents Brazil from the preceding film Saludos Amigos, and Panchito Pistols, a gun-slinging rooster that is meant to represent Mexico. The boat ride follows Jose and Panchito as they search Mexico trying to find Donald. They finally find him in Mexico City, which, when you think about it, is kind of impossible seeing as how the population of Mexico City is 21.2 million people, making it the most populous city in the Western Hemisphere. But I digress. Cute ride, not scary, lots of bright colors, very similar to It's a Small World. Number 4, Journey into Imagination with Figment. Figment is my favorite character in all of Disneydom. The ride features a small lavender dragon named Figment, as in figment of your imagination. See what they did there? The ride that was there before this current one was amazing. It introduced us to Figment and his creator, the Dreamfinder. Then Disney had to go and change it to a tour of the Imagination Institute, featuring Eric Idle. Now, I love the pythons, but this is just such a letdown compared to the original. However, it is still a good ride for kids 1 to 6, so it's on the list. Number 5, Spaceship Earth. This is the ride in the big ball. That means you have to ride it. It's a classic. Also, it's indoors in the AC, and it's about 15 minutes long. The ride takes you on a time-traveling adventure demonstrating the advancements in human communication from cave painting on. It's a nice ride. Educational. It isn't, bright and flashy, and it doesn't have any Disney characters in it, so it might be a little boring, but that's why it gets my 5th spot. Number 6, Living with the Land. This is another educational ride, which, it's Epcot, so technically all of them kind of should be. On this boat ride, you focus on mankind's achievements in agriculture. It starts out by touring a forest during a rainstorm, a tropical rainforest, a desert, and the American prairie. Then it gets really cool because the ride takes you through 5 different living laboratories. The first is the Tropics Greenhouse, where you will see banana, cacao, dragon fruit, vanilla, pineapple, and papaya being grown. Next is the Aqua Cell, where they farm different fish and aquatic critters, such as tilapia, sturgeon, catfish, American alligator, and shrimp. Then you enter the Temperate Greenhouse, where they grow pumpkins, 9-pound lemon, sunflower, beets, turnip, cotton, and casa banana. Following this greenhouse is the String Greenhouse. This is the coolest in my mind. They show off vertical growing techniques using trellises, which causes the plants to look and grow more like trees. One of the most famous of these trees is the land's tomato tree, which produces over 32,000 tomatoes in a 16-month period. It was recognized by Guinness World Records as being not only the largest, but most productive tomato plant in the world. Other crops include eggplant, peppers, lettuce, also cucumbers and pumpkins in the shape of Mickey Mouse heads. Imagine having a Mickey-shaped jack-o'-lantern this Halloween. Last but not least, we have the Creative Greenhouse, which showcases different futuristic ideas about where agriculture is headed. Most of the plants grown here are grown via aeroponics, in which a fine mist of water and nutrients is sprayed directly onto the roots of the plant. Creative House also features a NASA hydroponic growing unit exhibit. Number 7, Turtle Talk with Crush. This is a cute show. Of course, it's the Finding Nemo and Dory characters. It's in the Living Seas, so you can check this out after you get off the Nemo and Friends ride. You wait in a room that has a tank with stingrays and sharks in it that my girls just loved seeing. All in all, it's cute and funny. Number 8, ImageWorks, the What If Labs. This is the play area immediately after the Journey into Imagination with Figment ride. All of the interactive attractions include Stepping Tones, which is pretty cool. It's projected lights in shapes that when you step on them play certain musical instruments. Figment's Melody Maker, where you can have Figment play an instrument to the tune of One Little Spark. It's pretty cute, kind of like being a conductor for a symphony. Create a Figment, where you can create your own Figment on different touchscreen terminals and email it to friends and family. I don't really know why you would want to email this to someone unless you wanted to confuse them, but to each their own. There's also a Figment-themed gift shop that I love. Number 9, Bruce's Shark World. This is an indoor playground that isn't the best in all of Disney World, but it's not bad. It is also inside of the Living Seas, and with our toddlers, it bought us about 15 minutes of them being busy and giving us peace. Also, Jenny was afraid of the shark sculptures, so kind of keep that in mind for young ones. Number 10, Sea Base. This is the large aquarium area in the Living Seas. This is going to be where Nemo and Friends dumps you, and also Turtle Talk with Crush is, and Bruce's Shark World. It has some awesome exhibits with different kinds of aquatic critters. My favorite is the manatees. I also really enjoyed the sharks and rays. Now, on to 7 to 13-year-olds. Number 1, Test Track. This is a great ride. It's always been a really popular one. It has cars and speed. It's just a lot of fun. Definitely a must-see. Test Track Circuit is 4,286 feet long, which makes it the longest ride at Disney World. It's also the fastest, with its cars hitting a finale of 65 miles per hour. Number 2, Soarin' Around the World. This is another fun ride. It is located in the Land Pavilion, and it's the same ride that came from California Adventure. The ride takes you up into something that's similar to a hang glider and soars over different locations around the world. It's nice, and I think the best part of it is that they pipe different scents in for different places, so definitely a must-see. Number 3, Spaceship Earth. This one is going to be more interesting to this age range than the previous one. Also, this age range is going to kind of understand where they are in the giant ball, and so that's going to be kind of cool. I won't spend too much time on this one since I've already covered it, but I do have some trivia. Spaceship Earth, the big golf ball, weighs 16 million pounds. And the 11,324 aluminum and plastic alloy triangles have a special drainage system that prevents you from getting rained on when standing underneath the big ball. Number 4, Living with the Land. Again, like Spaceship Earth, I feel like this age range is probably going to enjoy this a little bit more than the youngsters. Number 5, Frozen Ever After. This is still very new since it replaced Maelstrom in 2016, so it's got that going for it. I do think this one's pretty cool, so don't think it's, too young and kiddie for your tweens. Number 6, Gran Fiesta Tour, starring the Three Caballeros. This is a cool ride. This age range will still enjoy it. It's not as thrilling as Test Track, but it's still enjoyable. Number 7, The Seas with Nemo and Friends. So I'm basically including 5, 6, 7, and 8 for this age range because I assume that these kids would rather ride any ride than none at all. I don't want to dissuade you from coming to Epcot if you do have kids. There's a good bit of stuff for kids, but Epcot allows the sale of beer, wine, and liquor. And a lot of people that tend to be in the adult age range tend to come in adult groups to Epcot, if you get my drift. Number 8, Journey into Imagination with Figment. This will be more appealing to the 7 to 10-ish range, but otherwise, meh. Number 9, Project Tomorrow, Inventing the Wonders of the Future. This is an interactive playground that you enter as you get off of the ride Spaceship Earth. The first thing you'll see is a time capsule where you'll be able to take the picture that you took on the ride and email it to yourself. The other things to do in this area are essentially video games with a twist, which is kind of perfect for this age range. Number 10, Sea Base. This is the aquarium area behind Nemo and Friends, so it'll kind of have a universal appeal, as aquariums tend to do. 14 and up. Number 1, Mission Space. This is a centrifugal motion simulator, which is smart talk for it spins you in a circle, but not like Mad Tea Party or Dumbo. This ride spins so quickly that you actually experience G-force. It opened in 2003 and has 2 options, Green Mission and Orange Mission. Green Mission is the easier of the 2 options. It doesn't actually spin at all. The Green Mission simulates an orbit around the Earth, Orange Mission simulates a mission to Mars. It has stronger conditions and therefore is considered more intense than Green Mission. Now, the minimum height requirement for this ride is 44 inches. You may be wondering why I did not mention this in the 7 to 13 age range. Let me put this ride in a little bit of perspective for you. They give you a plastic card warning you of all of the maladies you could suffer from riding this ride. The televisions before you ride the ride tell you it's okay to back out at any time. And there are motion sickness bags in the ride so that you can use them while on the ride. If that's not enough to make you wonder if your 9-year-old can handle it, then I suggest you watch some vlogs and decide for yourself if you think it's okay. It's a very cool ride and I enjoy it very much. Just make sure you're not at all queasy before you get on it. Number 2, Test Track. As previously mentioned, this is awesome. You begin by designing your own car and then you run it through all the rigorous tests that cars go through. A great ride that I can't get enough of. Number 3, Soaring Around the World. If you're above 21, it might be worth hitting the World Showcase first and then coming back to this ride. It'll feel like you're actually flying. Number 4, Spaceship Earth. Again, it's a classic. Enough said. Number 5, Living with the Land. As someone who doesn't have the greenest of thumbs, it's pretty awesome to see how some people are able to make anything grow anywhere. Number 6, Gran Fiesta Tour, starring the Three Caballeros. This is a cute ride, as I've already mentioned, but what I did not mention is the expansive shopping area right before you get to the ride, and the restaurants, La Cava del Tequila and San Angel Inn Restaurant. This ride warrants a trip if you plan on entering the Mexican Pavilion at all, which you should. Number 7, Innoventions. I've not mentioned this attraction yet because I feel like kids would be bored out of their skulls. It basically showcases all of the new smart home technology. This exhibit is currently sponsored by Glidden, Cornell University, the National Science Foundation, and Murata from Science and Scientists. Number 8, Project Tomorrow, Inventing the Wonders of the Future. It's good for teens because of the video game-like interactions. Number 9, Seabase. We are almost done! So, as I said before, it's an aquarium and so therefore has universal appeal to almost all ages. I mean, who doesn't like to look at a fish every now and again? Number 10, Oh Canada, Impressions de France, Reflections of China. They're not bad documentaries at all. I personally really like Oh Canada, but it's still a documentary. I don't know of many people that want to come on vacation so that they can watch documentaries. That being said, I've seen all 3. Rocking the Worlds of Epcot. Number 2, Maximizing Fastpass. A Fastpass is Disney's system for reserving a spot on certain attractions. You have an hour window that you choose and you come back during that time frame and you don't have to wait in line. Or if you do, it's a very small line. I will be telling you where the Fastpass kiosks are in this park, along with a little strategy on how to use them. Before you ever arrive at Epcot, you can book 3 fast passes per person per day. If you are staying at a Walt Disney World resort, you can do this 60 days in advance. Anyone who holds an admission ticket to Epcot can book fast passes 30 days in advance. Another little perk that I happen to mention in my Planning a Disney World Vacation video. Now, I know what you're thinking. I just told you about 10 must-see attractions, but you can only book 3 fast passes. This is where the strategy I mentioned comes into play. Rule number 1. No one can have a fast pass time that overlaps another fast pass. So you can't have a fast pass for Test Track from 9 to 10 a.m. and a fast pass for Mission Space from 9:55 to 10:55 a.m. What you can do is stack them very closely though. For the attractions that you want to see, try to get the earliest fast pass you can. Then book the rest as close to that first time window as possible. You do this because of rule number 2. You get 3 fast passes, but when all of them have been used or expire, you can get more. This is one at a time though. Book your fast passes early enough in the day that you can get more, but also plan them in such a way that you have a decided course for the park and you aren't backtracking. The most desired fast pass in Epcot is Spaceship Earth, which, I can see why. It is the big golf ball. The rest of these attractions you should definitely get a fast pass for. Also, the time of year that you visit affects crowd levels, so do keep that in consideration. Now, these are the attractions that rarely, if ever, need a fast pass. Nothing about these lists is hard and fast, so do consider crowds. I'm just trying to tell you basically what the most popular attractions are. These are the attractions that, could go either way. Now, to where you can obtain more fast passes once you've used your first 3. Option 1 is to download the My Disney Experience app. You can go ahead and get your fast passes on this app and they will automatically transfer to your Magic Band. You can also go to fast pass kiosks throughout the park. Future World West in the breezeway across from the character spot. Future World West in the breezeway on the way to Mission Space, and in World Showcase at the International Gateway. And that's about it for fast passes at Epcot. Rockin' the worlds of Epcot. Number 3, where to eat. Okay, I'm gonna break the dining up by the type of service and also let you know what I would get there. This is going to be a big list. And since they offer a lot of alcohol, I'll also be telling you what I would get to drink. Okay, I'm gonna go through these fairly quickly because Epcot has so many food and drink offerings that it could be its own episode. Chosa de Margarita, the empanadas with the cucumber margarita. Refreshment Port, the traditional poutine with the Stowaway Mary Bloody Mary. Kringla Bakery, the school bread, of course, with the Viking coffee. Summerfest, the apple strudel with vanilla sauce, and the Schafferhofer Pink Grapefruit Hefeweizen. Yorkshire County Fish Shop, the fish and chips with a Harp Lager beer. Les Artisans de Glace, the Croquet Glace, and maybe not in the same visit, the Ice Cream Martini. Gelati, if you don't like the Croquet Glace, then try the Gelato Sandwich, which is between 2 chocolate chip cookies. My drink recommendation for this eatery is the Prosecco wine. The Kabuki Cafe, the Tamari Sushi Combo with the Nagori Sake. Crêpes de Chais de France, any crepe of your choosing with the Kronenberg 1664 wine. And the last of our top 10, the Popcorn Cart in Canada. The maple popcorn with the St. Ambroise Oatmeal Stout and Apricot Wheat Beer. Now on to our quick service sit-down restaurants. The Tutto Gusto wine cellar offers a variety of Gusto cheese and meat plates that can be paired with over 200 different Italian wines. The Dent BLT and the Bourguignon Blanc Chardonnay at the La Halle's Boulangerie Patisserie. The Tonkatsu Ramen and Kirin Beer at Katsu Grill. At the Electric Umbrella, the Energy Salad with roasted chicken and a pina colada. Any tacos of your choosing and a Dos Equis beer at the La Cantina de San Angel. The Tangerine Cafe's shawarma of your choice. The Chips and Dip and Minty Pineapple Margarita at La Cava del Tequila. Beef noodle with a Tsingtao beer from the Lotus Blossom Cafe, the Sunshine Seasons breakfast platter, yum, and the Southern Fried Chicken sandwich and a Yingling beer at the Liberty Inn. Now to the recommended to have a reservation restaurants. The Akershus Royal Banquet Hall, Character Buffet. This is with all the Disney princesses and I highly recommend it. The Garden Grill's Chippendale themed character meal with Mickey, BT Dubs. This is a great opportunity to meet your faves, and you don't have to get up because they bring you a sampling of the deliciousness that they grew in the Land Pavilion themselves. Talk about farm to table. It's also a revolving restaurant. La Hacienda de San Angel, the pork empanadas with the gin agua fresca margarita. This is the best empanada and margarita situation I've ever had. Le Cellier's Canadian cheddar cheese soup paired with an Ottawa apple. The grilled beef tenderloin at Monsieur Paul's. Teppanyaki Ito's hibachi with any protein you like, paired with a Momo whiskey sour. You wouldn't know it, but whiskey happens to be like a big deal in Japan. The prosciutto e melon pizza and the limoncello mule at the Via Napoli Ristorante. The risotto crema di mais e gamberi al limone and the Italian martini at the Tutto Italia Ristorante. The restaurant Marrakesh's roasted lamb shank and Marrakesh Express, and the Scotch egg and the Welsh dragon drink at the Rose and Crown Pub. Okay, your special challenge for Epcot is the eating or drinking your way around the world challenge. Your terms, if you choose to accept them, are to eat a specific snack or drink a specific drink in each country of the World Showcase. I'll list them out, and then you let me know if you were able to complete the challenge and what you thought of it in the comments below. Now, it doesn't have to be in this order, but these are what I consider to be the best of the best of each item in each country. Mexico, the empanadas de barbacoa or the lime cucumber margarita at Chosa de Margarita. Norway, the school bread or the aquavit shot. China, the pork and vegetable egg roll or the tipsy ducks in love drink at the Joy of Tea. Germany, the apple strudel with vanilla sauce or the Berenjäger shot. Italy, the gelato sandwich or the Italian martini at the Gelati. The American Pavilion, a funnel cake or a Yingling beer. Japan, the Tamari sushi combo or the Nagori sake at the Kabuki Cafe. Morocco, the hummus fries or the Casa Moroccan beer. France, the croquet glass or the ice cream martini at the La Artisans de Glace. UK, the fish and chips or a black and tan. In Canada, the traditional poutine or an Ottawa apple. Good luck to everyone up to the challenge. Thank you so much for watching. Next week we'll be covering how to maximize your visits to Hollywood Studios and Animal Kingdom. I'll discuss in the episode the best attractions for each age range, how to best utilize Fastpasses for each park, and also where to eat and drink. Thank you so much for joining me today. Check back every Tuesday and be sure to become a How-To-Hooligan by subscribing below. Click the bell for notifications on when I post new content, and also comment and introduce yourself and let me know what you want to see next. Thanks for stopping by.